Oh mate, they'll be real easy. Here we are with full Lovett. Mate, how you doing?
Not too bad today.
So, is this your first time racing over here in New Zealand?
Second time I rode an enduro back in about 1981 or 1980. I rode a 3-day in down in Invercargill. Did a 3-day New Zealand with the enduro championships back then, and no, I won that event.
Oh, sweet!
1981, a long time ago.
Mate, you're still out racing. So you came over and did the Suzuki Series?
Suzuki Series, and yeah, now we're doing the 4-round National Series. We go back home on Tuesday, and we go to Phillip Island, do some riding and some testing there in February, and do the Superbike round there at Phillip Island there in February, and we've got another FX round, and then I'll be back over here for the last 2 rounds in the North Island. So.
Oh, fantastic! So how do you like our tracks? My understanding, I haven't ridden over there. I've seen a few tracks, but they're a bit shorter and a bit tighter.
These tracks here, yeah, the corners aren't that flowy like we have in Australia, and there's the long straights with the sharp turns at the end of them are sort of taking a bit to get the hang of, and you know, although I'm not anywhere up near the front of the field, I'm learning, and if it's you know, with a bit of luck, it's going to help me ride a little bit better in Australia, and I'm enjoying it over here. The competition's quite strong over here, and we're a little bit more gentleman-like in Australia. The boys seem to play rough and tough over here. So,
oh, is that right?
From what I can see of it. And so, no, it's you know, at 56 years old, I'm still having a good time, and you know, I'm always out to try and improve myself and my times, and so that's you know, and because Sophie's over here, it's you know, gave me the opportunity to get away from mum and home, and come over here and have a good time and learn how to ride better, and I think, you know, the riding over here is going to definitely achieve that sort of thing. So you know, and to learn new tracks, it's always, you get used to riding, you know, Eastern Creek, my home track. I can sort of ride around there with my eyes closed. Over here I've got to have them wide open.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. So you did the Wanganui street race?
Street race, yeah, that's my first ever street race, and I think you've got to attack that with a little bit of less enthusiasm, and watch exactly, you know, just take everything as it comes, and I was sort of happy with me qualifying there and stuff. My racing wasn't so good because, as I said, the boys play fairly hard into turn 1, and I'm not willing to just push it that little bit extra sort of thing. You don't get any room for leeway at Wanganui there, and so. But you know, I had a good time. I'm real keen to come back there for next Christmas, and to do the Tri Series again.
Bringing mum over?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Must be great here. I know Sophie couldn't be at Ruapuna, the first round of New Zealand Superbike Series, but she's here for the second round. That must be cool to have father-daughter team, and I know you guys do that very over in Aussie.
Yeah. I know. You know, she's a fairly competent rider, and I, you know, she's always out to improve herself, and I'm her #1 goal to sort of improve past sort of thing, and so.
Oh, so you're ahead of her?
Yeah.
Generally?
Generally, yeah.
So you got this big red dot on the back of your?
Yeah, and I make sure that I stay in front of her as much as just that orange carrot that I sort of, my orange suit sort of tends to sort of bring her on a little bit if she can see it, but no, it's it's good having her riding, and you know, it's a good family thing, and the whole motorcycle fraternity of Australia and even New Zealand here has been really helpful to us, and been, you know, it's really good to come over here and you know, learn our trades over here. It's really good, and everyone's so helpful. It's, it's only hopefully if some of the guys and stuff come to Australia, it's only an ask, and they shall receive help from us too, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, mate. Look, I totally agree. I think it is a great family environment we have here, and I know from my experience, I blew up my engine at round 1, and a main rival of mine lent me his spare engine. 2 main rival mechanics came over and put my engine in, so I could go out there and beat their riders, which is incredible, and I'm still blown away by that, to be honest. And and it seems like it happens over in Aussie too.
It happens in Oz, and sometimes it's a whole bike. You sort of lend somebody, and it doesn't matter what it is or where it is. Everybody tries to, and I think it's probably that way all the way around the world too, sort of thing to a degree. And but Australia and New Zealand are quite competitive against each other. But on the other hand, it's quite good that everybody can get in and help. And Scotty Wilkins from Kawasaki, New Zealand, the whole family there, the whole Kawasaki. People have been really, really unbelievable. We don't get that sort of help out of Kawasaki in Australia
that's fantastic.
that we get out of New Zealand. And, nothing to do whatever they can to help us. And, I'm so sort of can't just believe it. That they've taken us in and given us the help that we've had. Sort of thing,
Yeah. So racing, do you race both both series?
Last year, not so much in the Formula Extreme, more the ASBK, like Australian Superbikes, with some FX riding in between that. They had 2 races there, 2 weekends there last year where both series clashed, and so you just had to sort of pick which one you really wanted to do the most in, and so I rode pro stock. Sort of in the 1000 last year, and also in the Superbikes. I sort of run reasonably up. Well, sort of 3rd, 4th. I end up sort of 5th for the year in the pro stock class in the 1000s, and I think it was about 10th in the Superbike. So I'm probably running maybe end up in about the same sort of position over here, and quite surprising that the competition is really good over here. So the Sloane Frost and myself in Australia were sort of doing battle over there in most of the races that we were in, and he sort of, I think he was struggling sort of with the different corners that we have, more flowier corners than here, and I think it's probably made him a better rider to go over there and ride, sort of thing. And shame there's not more of them.
Yeah, I talked to Sloane last night. I went out for tea with him, and he certainly got benefit out of that competitiveness over in there instead of a winter series here where the tracks are cooler, and when it comes to our nationals, those track conditions aren't the same. So there's not a lot. I'm not saying there's not a lot to gain, but there is gains. But when you go to Aussie, where generally it's nice and hot, and you're racing against some top quality competitors out there, hard and fast. I know he got tremendous value out of that.
There's nothing wrong with the quality of riders here, though.
Well, look, I agree, but it's just those track conditions.
There's just different tracks, a bit more flowing and faster speeds, and just to get the bikes together, and so he's coming back again this year, so it'll be interesting to see. Now that he's starting to learn the tracks a bit better, and it's the same as us over here. For us to come over here, and it's been a real task, sort of trying to pick up the tracks where we turn up at a race meeting over there where we've already done 50,000 laps around the track, and over here you do 50 sort of. And in Wanganui there, you just don't get anything. You don't get anything.
You would have got 5 laps as a newbie, or 3 laps?
3 laps, I think.
3 laps as a newbie, and that's it.
One practice and then straight into qualifying. So, to try and get set up with bikes and gearing and just to again, we've sort of all our suspension settings have. Although we bought the suspension and everything from Australia, they've been quite different to where we are in where we're at in Australia,
Yeah.
with our suspension a lot harder, and trying to get used to that bit more stiffness in the bikes. And just getting them working, but yeah, we're getting there. We're having fun. We're having a bit of a problem this weekend with a throttle position sensor on the bike.
Oh, okay.
And you know, we've been working on it for 2 days to try and figure out where the problem is. But we've got it sorted now, but not quite fixed. But yeah, so,
Got a solution.
yeah, we got it so we can ride. So
Yeah.
that's the main objective. Otherwise, we'd have to be sort of sitting down drinking, and we don't want to do that
That
yet.
can happen after the racing.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, from a person who's passionate about sport and a competitor, look, I'm really stoked that you guys have come over here, you and Soph. I think it's and your team. I mean, it does our pit area and our racing, credit that you guys see value in coming over. And yeah, it's just fantastic. Wish you all the best for your race scene over in Australia, and when you come back for round 3 and 4 up in the North Island, all the best luck, mate.
Thank you. No, I hope to be over here for some of the year. I get to sort of do maybe some of the winter series and stuff like that.
Oh, fantastic!
So yeah, we'll just see how it rates with the things I've got to do in Australia and stuff like that. So, no, thanks very much.
Cheers, Phil.